Hello, it's Mara from Houseplants, New Jersey. Tonight we are going to be talking about my large form Monstera, which I've had since like one leaf cutting. I just kept cutting it. So I've had this for like four and a half years. But I had it from one leaf cutting, so I just keep cutting it so that it grew into about 4 plants. I gave one of the plants to my stepdaughter, but it didn't, and I gave one to my mother. So I cut it into 5 cuttings. So that's why it's so set back, but it is growing really beautifully. All right, so I want to do just the top cuttings tonight. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the other ones and give them away or sell them, okay? So that they can go on to another land. Because this one's getting a little big, a little wild, and I don't really want all these little tiny leaves. I want the big ones, okay? So I have alcohol here. It's an alcohol wipe. We're going to wipe off these scissor cutters, and then what we're gonna do, so I have water here. I have water with rocks in here, okay? You don't have to do the rocks, you could just do water, but I like the rocks. I like to see the roots going through the rocks and everything, and I like them a little higher up too. So I have the rocks here, the water. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, this is the top cutting, okay? This is the top cutting. So I'm gonna take this down here. So this is the top cutting. There's 2 leaves on here. This will grow. This will continue to grow bigger leaves, okay? Now, so you could either let it callus over, or if you have a wax pot, you could just put wax on here, because this is wet here. So that's what I'm gonna do. Hold on one second. So I'm back. This is, I waxed it over. So I just waxed over this wax pot. This aerial root will grow roots into the water. Then what we're gonna do is we'll probably put it into sphagnum moss, and then after sphagnum moss, we'll put it into soil. All right. So we'll let this dry off. This is all dried off already. So we're gonna drop it into this water. Okay. And that's it. These are beautiful, beautiful leaves. Look at that. 1 and 2. And they're only going to get bigger. These are large for Monstera. So what you'll notice is the leaves get extremely large. Like, I mean, they could get really, really big. And then they'll also throw in not just the fenestrations that they have here, but also they'll throw in perforations, which is the holes in the leaves too. Okay? And it doesn't take too long for these if you don't cut it. All right, if you're cutting just top cuttings, that's fine, but if you're not, that's a problem. All right, so here we go. Now, where am I going here? All right, here's the next top cutting. All right, now this one, see, there's an aerial root. It has 3 leaves. So the aerial root is on the, it does have a little bit of an aerial root coming out on the 2 node cutting. I might just do that one. I'm gonna do that. So here's the two leaf cutting. So, and then it has like a barely aerial root coming out. Not a big deal. All right. And then I'm going to wax this off. I don't feel like waiting for it to callus over. You can do that. If you want to wait for it to callus over, wait an hour, wait 2 hours for this size root. For this size stem. If you have a larger stem, wait like 12 hours or 24 hours. It all depends on what you want to wait for. It'll be fine because it has the aerial roots that are sucking moisture from the air around it. All right. I will be back. I'm going to dip this in wax and I will be back. Okay. So these are the leaves I want to put in the water. We're going to drop these right into the water, okay? So we're dropping these into the water too. Next, so I have how many stems in here? 3. So there is another top cutting that I want to cut. I just don't know where it is right now. I'm trying to find it. Okay, so while I was filming, I had a phone call and it cut off my camera. So, but I did cut off the last cutting, which is this one, and I do have a few leaves on it. I have this, the biggest leaf, a new leaf coming in, and 2 others. So there are 2 aerial roots on this one. Okay, now will this one survive? Will this one survive? I don't know, but I could always cut them off, and then there will be aerial roots. There will be roots coming from both of these nodes here. Okay, so we have all of our cuttings here. They look great. All right, and I will be displaying them right next to my television. And then while I was cut off and didn't realize it, I also cut off the rest of the leaves, and I'm waiting for them to callus over because they're cut on both sides. So like if you notice, they're cut on one side and 2. So I kind of want to wait for them to callus over. I don't really want to wax them. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them into sphagnum moss, which will be my next video tonight, within the next hour or 2. If you like Monstera large form, like, subscribe, comment, share, and this is the way to go with it to keep it going. So you don't have to keep all those little leaves. You could just keep going with the bigger ones on top. But make sure they're top cuttings. All right. All right. Thank you. Have a good night.